Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2021 Leadership Awards. Tonight, Parker Watson and I will be your hosts. Parker Watson is the Associate Director for Leadership Education in the Office for Campus Engagement and Leadership. She has served students at UNC Pembroke for the past 9 years. I am the Assistant Director for Student Organization Development in the Office for Campus Engagement and Leadership and have served students at UNC Pembroke for the past 3 years. Before we begin tonight's ceremony, Campus Engagement and Leadership would like to respectfully acknowledge that the lands within and surrounding present-day Robeson County are the traditional homelands and gathering places of many indigenous peoples. We share an ongoing responsibility to safeguard these lands and the sovereignty of the Lumbee tribe of North Carolina and the descendants of the original inhabitants who continue to reside here. Campus Engagement and Leadership pays respect to all Indigenous elders, past, present, and emerging, who have been and remain an integral part of the history and culture of this region. To kick off tonight's ceremony, we would like you to reflect on what leadership means to you and listen to how we define leadership on campus. Leadership is many things to many people. Many people think of leadership as a person with a title, someone at the top of the pyramid, or an outgoing and charismatic person. But at UNC Pembroke, we know that leadership isn't even a person at all. Leadership is the positive impact we have on each other when we work together. Leadership is what happens when a group of people see possibility in the world around them and decide to work toward the promise of a better tomorrow. Leadership is the humble service of others. Leadership doesn't require a title, it requires a purpose, and that's the kind of leadership we're here to celebrate tonight at UNC Pembroke. We have nominations from students, faculty, and staff members who wish to recognize the amazing work of people. This year, they have committed to working on themselves, working in groups, and working on a vision. We know that this year has been like no other and that tonight is no different. In our typical setting, we would be able to congratulate each other with applause. Instead, we ask that you use the chat feature to congratulate tonight's winners. Before we jump into handing out awards, let's take some time to recognize the people who helped make tonight possible. Please give a special thank you to the Nomination Review Committee who spent their time reviewing nominations and selecting tonight's recipients. They really had some tough decisions to make. Dr. Ryan K. Anderson, Professor for the Department of History. Lisa Gonzalez-Bullard, Administrative Support Associate for the Office for Student Inclusion and Diversity. Sheena Christian, Assistant Director for Brave Central. Lamar Corman, Director of Creative Services for UNCP Athletics. And this year, we were privileged to have one off-campus reviewer, Jordan DePalma, Coordinator for Fraternity and Sorority Life at North Dakota State University. Please give our review committee a round of applause. Let's also take a moment for our advisors to be recognized at this time. So take a quick moment and give your advisor a shout out in the comment section. Thank you, advisors, for all of your hard work and dedication. Campus Engagement and Leadership would like to thank each of you for taking time to advise, coach, and educate our student leaders and student groups here at UNCP. Involvement in student groups encourages students to develop leadership skills, to explore values, and to begin laying the foundation for their professional careers. Without further ado, it's time to give out some awards.
The Collaborative Program of the Year Award will recognize a specific program that exemplifies the success of combining elements of collaboration, common purpose, and controversy with civility when working in a group setting to create quality program that benefits the UNCP community. The program should have originated and have been planned or implemented by a student who worked collaboratively with 2 or more student organizations, university departments, or the greater Pembroke community. This year, we have 2 award recipients. The first recipient held 2 hygiene drives this year, partnering with 2 campus departments. Specifically, one drive focused on feminine hygiene products, which helped bring awareness to the cost and accessibility of these items. In turn, this helped the Care Resource Center stock up on more feminine hygiene products to give to students. The second recipient partnered with another student organization to provide an opportunity for students to learn about a Mexican holiday in which families and friends gather to pray for and remember those who have died. These organizations work together to deliver candy skulls and present information to inform participants of the importance of this event in their culture. They innovatively created a Google site to help share the information regarding the event. Please give a round of applause to the recipients of this year's Collaborative Program of the Year, Hygiene Drive by the American Association of University Women in collaboration with Student Health Services and the Care Resource Center, and Day of the Dead by Pembroke Activities Council in collaboration with Lambda Theta Alpha. The Most Innovative Program of the Year award is presented to a student group that best acknowledges and understands the current needs of the UNCP body and has positively advanced the community through sponsoring an initiative, program, or event exemplifying the ability to think critically, adapt to change, and live and think in a state of possibility. This year's recipient quickly altered their methods of student participation in the wake of COVID-19. This group created an innovative and unique way of distributing do-it-yourself kits to students on and off campus. Since in-person events were not permitted, this group quickly changed delivery formats to utilize both mail and an on-campus residence hall delivery system. This student group has gone above and beyond to ensure the student experience remains as close to normal as possible. Please give a round of applause to this year's recipient for the Most Innovative Program of the Year, Dorm Dash Contactless Delivery by Pembroke Activities Council.
The Embracing Difference Award will recognize a student group who has demonstrated diversity, cultural, or multicultural competencies and exemplified significant commitment to these competencies by providing information or activities around issues including age, race, ethnicity, class, sexual orientation, color, national origin, religion, disability, gender, or veteran status as a part of ongoing efforts to embrace difference and create and maintain a socially just and globally engaged citizenry among students at UNCP, paving the way for positive change. This group collaborated with multiple departments on campus, including global engagement, student inclusion and diversity, and community and civic engagement to teach students about Holy Fest, and then provided a t-shirt tie-dyeing event to go along with the educational components. This group intentionally sought out the expertise of other departments to share knowledge as they engage students with an activity to go along with the presentation. This encapsulates this organization's desire to share other cultures with the student body. Please give a round of applause to this year's Embracing Difference Award recipient, Pembroke Activities Council. The Outstanding New Student Organization Award recognizes a newly registered student group that exhibits initiative in group development and strong potential to contribute to the UNCP quality of life and has established a positive presence within the university and in the surrounding community. The founder of this organization started the process pretty early in the fall semester and worked tirelessly to complete the registration of this group in November of 2020. In just a short time, the organization has grown their roster to over 20 members and has collaborated with other recognized organizations to advocate for the needs of Black and African American students at UNCP. This organization was created in response to major and historical events that happened in summer of 2020 and helps provide a safe space for Black and African American students on campus. Please give a big round of applause for this year's outstanding new student organization, Black Student Union.
The Most Improved Student Organization Award will recognize a student group who has displayed a significant effort to improve and revitalize the functioning of the group. The nomination should show a strong concerted effort to recruit new and diverse members, improve focus of the group's mission and internal operations, and collaborate with other student groups or departments on initiatives. Additionally, the group contributes continually to the support of membership growth and development. The group receiving this award was put on academic probation starting in fall 2019. After taking responsibility and accountability for their shortcomings, the organization devised a plan to help enhance the academic status of its members. In 2020, the group went from having the lowest group GPA of fraternities and sororities to being top 6, and number 1 in their own Greek council. This group has worked to redefine themselves on campus, settling into their own personality and embracing it. Please give a big round of applause for this year's Most Improved Student Organization, My Sisters, Alpha Sigma Alpha. Red-tailed hawks are known for their keen sight and slow, methodical wing beats during flight. A group winning the Red-tailed Hawk Organization of the Year award would show similar qualities with an adept ability for creating a shared vision and making purposeful progress towards this shared vision. The nomination should demonstrate the group's sense of responsibility, articulation of a shared vision, and commitment to providing quality programming that connects back to the group's vision and makes an impact. The recipient of this award has shown unwavering spirit for the UNCP community, both on campus and abroad. Service is a major component of the organization, and over the 2020 winter break, this organization spent time writing letters to members of the military stationed overseas to express gratitude and to spread joy, positivity, and love. Also, last semester, the recipient held a book drive for the inmates in the Robeson and Cumberland County prisons to increase access to books for these inmates, knowing that literacy rates in prisons are low. Please give a round of applause to this year's Red-tailed Hawk Organization of the Year recipient, Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. The Values-Based Leadership Award is presented to an individual student or student group who exemplifies congruence by living, working, and leading in alignment with their core values. They successfully integrate the values of their self or group and those of UNC Pembroke into their day-to-day operations. This year, we have both an individual and a student group award recipient. The individual recipient has been representative of their organization and its values. They have shown much love and loyalty to their organization, and the university value that most applies to this individual is communication. They have continued to stay on top of assignments and have provided great service to their community. The group recipient has used their values to strengthen their connection to each other and their organization. These values have developed their members to become strong, powerful women of poise and purpose. This year, they devised a plan to enhance the academic focus of their group and in turn showed great integrity and responsibility toward achieving their goals. Please give a round of applause to the recipients of this year's Values-Based Leadership Award, John Felix and Alpha Sigma Alpha.
The Outstanding New Advisor Award recognizes an advisor or advisory council for a student group that provides outstanding support for the group in all situations. They give group members fresh ideas that promote critical thinking, becoming responsible citizens, and lifelong learning. This advisor has taken on the organization they advise within the last 2 years. They encourage and guide the members of the organization in the right direction. The nominators said that this advisor cares deeply about the organization and makes themselves available during and after office hours. This advisor is an exemplary faculty advisor, and we are lucky to have them. Please give a round of applause for this year's Outstanding New Advisor, Emily Oxendine, Advisor for Graduate Student Organization. The Advisor of the Year Award will recognize the outstanding service and leadership of a faculty or staff advisor or advisory council who has made a significant contribution to both the student members and the group as a whole. The nominee should demonstrate strong advising skills, show they are readily available to support students, and take great strides to help the group's leaders develop. This advisor has repeatedly assisted the organization in more ways than is required of them. They continuously step in when the organization loses an advisor in another role and makes time for the chapter on top of their full-time job on campus. The nominator says that this quote from Elaine Maxwell describes them. "My will shall shape the future. Whether I fail or succeed shall be no one's doing but my own. I am the force. I can clear any obstacle before me, or I can be lost in the maze. My choice, my responsibility. Win or lose, only I hold the key to my destiny." Please give a round of applause for this year's Advisor of the Year recipient, Parker Watson, Advisor for Alpha Sigma Alpha. The Unsung Leader of the Year award will be presented to one student who puts their heart and soul into everything they do, but may hold no title. This leader does work that may not be publicly recognized, but continues to create a meaningful impact in their community. The winner of this award is a student who lives over 2 hours away from campus and drives to campus twice a week for classes. While this prevents them from being active on campus, they have not failed to be active in their community. The recipient of this award serves in many volunteer leadership capacities: Board of Directors of the Friends of the Homeless Shelter in Kinston, North Carolina, Secretary and Treasurer of the Kinston-Caswell One Station Fire Museum, and serves on the board of the Lenoir County Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. The nominee has driven over 10,000 miles transporting animals to rescues, serves hot meals to over 100 people a day, sewed 350 masks for various frontline workers, and has helped raise over $125,000 since 2011 for the St. Baldrick's Foundation. All this while being a non-traditional student at the very young age of 57. Please give a huge round of applause for this year's Unsung Leader of the Year, Jean Coolbrith.
The Emerging Leader of the Year award will be presented to one emerging student leader who provides exemplary service, commitment, and makes a meaningful contribution by initiating positive change on campus or within the Pembroke community. This person will motivate and empower other students to act by bringing out the strengths and talents of individuals around them. They exemplify integrity in all of their words and actions, and this person will demonstrate initiative by living and thinking in a state of possibility to challenge the present and enrich the future. In only their first year at UNCP, this person has demonstrated the value they add as an emerging leader on campus. They have partnered with UNCP Votes to serve both the Campus Election Engagement Project and Campus Votes Project. The recipient quickly redirected voter registrations on campus during the COVID-19 pandemic, turning everything completely virtual and creating the same great impact. This person works tirelessly to attain racial equity and equity for the LGBTQIA+ community on campus. Please give a round of applause for the Emerging Leader of the Year, Devin Green. The Person of the Year award will be presented to up to 2 student leaders in a fraternity or sorority. The recipient of this award will have exceeded in scholarship, service, leadership, and fellowship. This year's recipient joined their organization in 2018. Since then, they have flourished as a young professional person and have become an asset to the fraternity and sorority community on campus. This recipient has taken on progressive leadership roles throughout their time in the organization, creating a positive impact and helping the organization rise from the ashes like a phoenix. This person helped revitalize the chapter spirit and membership development throughout their time as a leader, and it cannot be more clear that they are deserving of this award. Please give a round of applause to the Person of the Year, Alarian Sutton.
The Outstanding Leader of the Year award will be presented to one student leader whose long-term dedication and commitment creates positive change within the UNCP community. The recipient shall be known for leading with purpose, being collaborative, and creating positive change at UNC Pembroke. Beginning in their first year, the recipient of this award has led by example and been involved in leadership activities. This person has maintained good academic honors and has paved the way for racial equity on campus. The nominator says that this recipient's greatest strength is consistency. They greet members of their organization each week with an inspirational quote and encourage collaboration. This person is dependable and accountable in their work and is a representative of the student body at UNCP. Please give a big round of applause for this year's Outstanding Leader of the Year, Katrea Hardison.
This year, several student organizations have worked hard to continuously develop and cultivate leaders within their organizations and across campus. Tonight, we will recognize those organizations that have gone above and beyond to earn their spot in the bronze, silver, and gold level of the SOLT process. These organizations will receive additional benefits and support from campus engagement and leadership for the 2021-2022 academic year. First, let's recognize our bronze recipients. Congratulations to Caribbean Student Union and I Am Boss. Next, we will recognize our silver recipients. Congratulations to Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated and National Council of Negro Women. Finally, we will recognize our gold recipients. These groups have worked tirelessly to promote collaboration, leadership development, and a sense of campus community. Congratulations to Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Sigma Alpha, Graduate Student Organization, Pembroke Activities Council, and Residence Hall Association. Please join me in congratulating and recognizing the hard work and dedication of these organizations in the comments.
The Chancellors Cup Award is awarded annually to one organization whose activities and events are consistent with the mission and purpose of the organization, the Office of Campus Engagement and Leadership, and the University of North Carolina at Pembroke. The award recipient will be a group that has gone above and beyond to demonstrate their ability to embrace difference, adapt to change, think critically, and communicate effectively both internally and externally to their group. Our nominees for the 2021 Chancellors Cup include Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Sigma Alpha, and the Graduate Student Organization. First, we will announce our Chancellors Cup runner-up. The winner of this award will receive a $500 prize that will be placed in their on-campus account. The Chancellors Cup runner-up recipient intentionally created opportunities to move through the student organization leadership development process, and this is their first year completing the gold level. This organization provided educational opportunities, promoted scholarly endeavors for its members, hosted fellowship activities, and shared in the successes of its members. One of the organization's biggest goals was to create notoriety on campus and provide leadership enhancement and fellowship events with other student organizations on campus. This group hosted an entrepreneurship panel that catered to business development for students. Now, this year alone, the organization collaborated with Counseling and Psychological Services, College Panhellenic Association, and the Graduate School on multiple initiatives throughout the year. We are excited to announce this year's Chancellors Cup runner-up is the Graduate Student Organization. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for. In the midst of COVID-19, the recipient of the Chancellors Cup had to adapt to a new normal. In-person recruitment is their #1 way to obtain membership, and everything became virtual. This organization quickly shifted their thinking and learned to serve their community virtually, requiring better time management and planning by organization leadership. They created virtual events with in-person package pickup. This year, the recipient provided dictionaries to international students. They donated blankets and socks to the campus shelter and collaborated with another organization to promote scholarships for freshmen to furnish their rooms in the residence hall. They also collaborated on special events with other fraternities and sororities, as well as other student organizations on campus. And more than anything, this organization has been challenged with improving the way it engages students on campus and shifted its priorities to ensure that students had the same level of engagement this year as they've had in previous years. It is my pleasure to announce this year's Chancellors Cup recipient. For the second year in a row, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Congratulations.
This concludes all of the award presentations for this evening. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining Campus Engagement and Leadership in celebrating the many accomplishments of leaders here at UNCP. Please give it up one more time for all of the award nominees and recipients.